Alex Pereira sparred with some young fans earlier today.
Throw those hooks in. Oh, those hooks in. There you go.
Conor McGregor is also training with his son. He posted a video on Instagram.
You mean our space?
Go low. Yeah. Go low with your body. Put your body here. So carry all that weight.
Before proceeding, I request you guys to subscribe to my new channel and show some support.
He's like a cocaine addict, like trying to reach that high.
Matt Brown on why it's so hard for Tony Ferguson to consider walking away.
He's like a cocaine addict, like trying to reach that high again. And it's, you know, you when you get, 8 fights, it doesn't matter. Like if you lost 8 fights in a row, if he had lost 8 fights in a row at the beginning of his career, his first 8 fights, like he would have quit. Most likely, right? Like he would have been like, okay, this is definitely not the sport for me. I lost 8 fights in a row. But because he's already had that high, he's thinking, okay, I can get back to that. But it's like cocaine, and it really is. I mean, that's what walking into an octagon and beating another man's ass, especially the way Tony did, where he just ripped people's souls out of their bodies. I mean, that is a high that you cannot get anywhere else in any other way. But you can't chase that. You got to accept that, that's the time, that was your season of your life, and it's time to move on to a new season.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I don't think the UFC got quality.
Joaquin Buckley says Alex Pereira is making MMA look retarded after becoming a 2-division champion in just 10 professional fights.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I don't think the UFC got quality. I think we got quantity over anything.
Yeah, because it's still early, I guess. But no, I hear what you're saying. There's, obviously not a lot of like world-class competitors as far as like across the board. You got the world class in there.
No disrespect to Alex Pereira, because I'm a fan of that motherfucker right now. That shit crazy what he doing, but it's still like, how is he able to do that?
Right, it kind of in a way makes MMA look a little funky.
It looks stupid, make it look retarded.
Yeah, I feel you.
Where you got guys now from different professions out of their life, like, oh yeah, I could do that shit and become a UFC champion too. It shouldn't be like that. And I'm not taking it away from it. Alex Pereira might be working his ass off every motherfucking day to get there. But yet again, when you have somebody that has solely trained in MMA in itself, right? And his whole goal as he got started in combat was to be a UFC fighter. But then you got another guy that's coming over, transitioning from another in different sports, still able to beat you. That's a problem. So I don't think a lot of guys are applying themselves like they should.
Yeah, unfortunately, the business isn't completely run.
Robert Whittaker explains why he took the Khamzat Chimaev fight and says he actually asked the UFC to fight Chimaev.
Yeah, unfortunately, the business isn't completely run on merit. A lot of it is, but there are a lot of times and moments when it's just not. Chimaev is a hard fight. He's obviously a big draw, especially over there in Abu Dhabi. So he's a draw. And I think the UFC, story-wise, wants to see Chimaev get, a shot at the champion or whatever. They want to see Chimaev like up the top of the ladder. They want to see him in that picture. But I love disrupting their plans. I love derailing their stories. That's why I took the fight. I asked for the fight. It wasn't offered to me. I asked for the fight. Straight after the last fight, I was like, I saw that there was an Abu Dhabi card in October. Timeline fits perfectly. And I was like, I'll fight Chimaev again. Let's do it again. Just make sure he turns up. I look forward to hard fights. I look forward to these fights. And I know that if I beat Chimaev, there is nothing in my way to getting my belt back. Chimaev, as dangerous as he is, I don't go into these fights thinking about what I have to lose. I'm going to get in there in October and I'm going to put the 1-2 how do you deal on him. And then, worry about a title shot after that.
Sean O'Malley asks the fans who he should fight after Merab. He made a tweet with some fighters' name as options, including Umar, Figgy, Max, and Ilya. Arman Tsarukyan insists that his next fight will be for a belt and says he could fight for an interim title if Islam Makhachev doesn't have time to recover from his hand injury.
Я претендент номер 1. Он говорит, что я только говорю, как может человек говорить и в топ-1 быть. То есть, получается, я не только говорю, я и делаю, и делом доказываю. То есть, я стал номером 1 и доказал всему миру, что я претендент на титул. И следующий бой у меня будет только за пояс. То есть, это может быть временный пояс, если он не сможет восстановить руку. Если он восстановит руку, еще лучше для меня будет.
You know what? From now on, I'll leave women's fights to women.
Israel Adesanya apologizes to Algerian boxer Imane Khelif for wrongly speaking about her. She was not a trans.
You know what? From now on, I'll leave women's fights to women. I'm going to leave it to you guys because whenever I try to speak up about it and then apparently I got it wrong or a lot of people got it wrong and there's misinformation.
I think a lot of people did, man. It's a good thing that you brought this up.
I know because I spoke up about it because look, I don't like to get triggered, and when something triggers me, and I'm a fighter, and I saw that, I'm just like, what? And I saw the news or the articles I was speaking on, I was like, why are they letting a trans person? And then I find out later, okay, she wasn't actually a trans.
Correct.
So to the lady, my bad, I got that wrong.
Yeah.
But like, for me, still, there's just all this gray area. Even now, they let some pedo guy compete.
That's the worst of all. Convicted rapist.
Yeah, compete. And I'm like, wait, so what? He served his time, cool, but you're still going to let him compete in the Olympics. And that still goes against the guidelines of the Olympics rules. And then also the Olympic ceremony, I put something up with the guy with his nuts hanging out dancing behind the kid. And there's that. Don't come for me. I don't know nothing. What? I know nothing. But anyway, to the lady, the boxer, I am sorry. I didn't understand what was going on.